Hello, this is John Kanellopoulos from Athens, Greece, and New York City, New York, presenting on the integration of the WAVEnet system to the Alcon refractive suite lasers. We're seeing here the entry of the data of a patient onto the Vario topography device. This is a Placido disc-based topographer that also includes iris and limbal recognition and also pupillary centroid shift. So the entry of these data are placed into the WAVEnet, and now through the Oculizer 2, which is basically a Pentacam HR, we're drawing in the data from the WAVEnet, so no need to re-enter patient data. So the patient is recognized on the platform of the Oculizer 2 diagnostic device, and the data, as you can see here, brought up to the laptop of this high-resolution Pentacam. Acquisition of evaluations is taken here, as you can see. These evaluations are surveyed by the examiner and then stored, as you can see here, on the WAVEnet. Several of these can be then uploaded as a potential treatment plan with the refractive suite platform. As you can see here, several Oculizer 2 images are entered into the WAVEnet to be used later on as a treatment. So now we're shifting from the diagnostics onto the refractive suite itself, and first we'll see how we're planning our flap on the FS200 femtosecond laser. Here we have the ability to draw in from the WAVEnet the data that have been entered onto the peripheral diagnostics, so no need to enter patient name, ID, date of birth, etc. And directly on the FS200 screen we can draw in the patient data. Then we can adjust the flap parameters either from the standard preset parameters on the FS200 or through customized parameters, and this is the modern Aqua software, the state-of-the-art software for the laser treatments, both with the femto and the excimer laser. So now we're looking at the treatment parameters, potential treatment parameters interposed onto our potential flap. This is a brilliant option, as we can make sure, especially in hyperopic treatments, that the flap ablation zone corresponds. So the ablation zone is not outside the flap parameters that we're planning. Also, you have the ability, as you can see here, to evaluate residual stromal bed and thus, before performing the flap, adjust flap thickness. For instance, if a residual stromal bed, as you can see here on the planned procedure for that specific patient, was under your prerequisite, for us is 320 microns, then you can potentially aim for a thinner flap. Instead of 120 microns, aim for 100 microns flap thickness, and thus have the residual flap thickness that you desire. And I want to underline this before you actually make the flap. I think this is a brilliant option in customizing the ability of flap making, excimer laser ablation, all integrate through a common, so to speak, mind, which is the WAVEnet server. So as you can see here, we're finalizing the flap parameters. We've decided to create a flap that's thinner here in order to have the residual bed that we require in this patient that has a total cornea thickness of 515 microns, and the ablation depth planned would be 80 microns. So this adjustment is made, and then we go on to the flap creation. Now